When you were a kid, there is unmistakable magic when you sit down and watch a Disney movie for the first time. It's a canon event for most little boys to idolize Lightning McQueen.
Yes, 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 yes!
Watching these generationally defining films made us all wonder inside, what if this movie had real people? The live action How to Train Your Dragon recently came out and the reception have been absolutely solid.
Wow.
I was in a boat of people completely drained from this live action Disney slop that the Mouse Factory has been turning out multiple times a year. I was in fact totally gonna skip this movie entirely until I saw the reviews, unaware of how this gem of a series have been brought to life. There is no spoilers for this movie because it is a carbon copy of a 15-year-old movie.
Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture.
I don't really care, or I don't care to pretend. It's literally almost a shot for shot exact same movie. I could only literally tell the difference when Gobber was on screen because his lines are completely different. Before I glaze this movie, I want to talk about the things that I didn't really like. Hiccup. The actor for Hiccup wasn't the greatest. Granted, he's worked only a few movies before this. He really didn't shine and didn't bring the awkwardness that the animated version brought, especially in the beginning of the movie. You could tell that this was the first time this actor has been center on screen, but I will not lie, he got better as the movie went on. The director must have gotten him an acting coach throughout shooting because he gets significantly better towards the end of the film. This movie also felt very fast-paced. Character development felt almost rushed or in the second hand, which is crazy to say because this is literally shot for shot. It's the exact same movie, but I feel like there was so much more in the animated film that was completely forgotten. Astrid especially feels not fleshed out at all. She was way too mean throughout the entire movie. No slack given until the very moment she flies on Toothless and then boom, the entire character switches up, which is so crazy. Okay, now that we gotten that out of the way, the best part of this movie is the actual story itself. Wow. DreamWorks is a fairly new company that's only been making movies for the past 2 decades instead of the Mouse House, who's coming close to a century. Disney has changed in the last 10 years. It's become more of an organization that's trying everything they can to suck the money out of everyone they can. In the last few years, they've been milking a dead cow with almost all of their projects, including Star Wars, all the old Disney movies, and Marvel Studios. Anything they can do to make money, even if it completely ruins the reputation of previous installments. For the 12 other people who watched Lilo and Stitch, Disney completely missed the point and theme of the original movie. In exchange for woke slop, Mohana means family. Unless you've been accepted into a prestigious school on the mainland, then Mohana means foster care, Lilo, see you later. Or even a better but worse example, the live action Snow White movie, a complete deconstruction and violation of the original work. I can go on and on and on, but I'll save you the headache. Sheesh. DreamWorks has watched Disney make these mistakes and chose wisely not to follow. So they made How to Train Your Dragon, a glorified feeder play. Wait, hold on. That does sounds like a dig, but I swear it's not. You see, when you go watch a play in the theater, you expect to see the same story, perhaps the same beats, same music, same characters. You come to expect something, the same story at least, the same exact story you fell in love with. DreamWorks decided to make a movie that is the same movie, and audiences love it. I loved it, and it truly made me feel like I was flying a dragon again, just how I felt when I was that age 15 years ago. If you are in the minority that doesn't feel anything, doesn't feel something when the How to Train Your Dragon music is played, I don't want to be your friend. Because I feel something, I felt something in this movie that I haven't felt in a very long time. A true feeling of magic in the air. Looking around the theater, I loved seeing the look on these kids' faces. It did something to me that I haven't felt in years. Toothless is the real star of this movie, which isn't like a shock. He's the face of the entire old trilogy for a reason, and because it's shot for shot the same movie. My whole theater was filled to the brim with children, with kids. I even took my youngest siblings to go watch with, which made me realize that most kids haven't experienced this movie in the same way that all of us did when we were kids. I had the pleasure of watching Toothless capture the imagination and the wonder of a whole new generation of kids. Again, there are so many things that you can appreciate about this movie. One of the best things for me was Gerald Butler returning as the role of Stoic, just like how he did in the original animated movie of How to Train Your Dragon. He carried this movie on his back, and he did such a good job. This dude is stoic.
I've never met a person in my life who did not love How to Train Your Dragon. Now I had the opportunity to live and breathe Stoic. Stoic the Vast!
He's literally the exact same character, and you can feel it. You can see that he loves this character with all his heart. The dragons themselves are so amazing in this movie. I cannot describe the car ride back home where I was with children who want to ride dragons. Sorry, bud, I hate to break it to you, you can't do that. But you understand that this movie did something to them. The movie had some obvious flaws, and I pointed those out, and I understand the Rotten Tomato scores. Critics didn't care, but general audiences, they really did. I get that it is an imperfect movie, but it is the most perfect play that I've ever seen on screen. So I'm gonna give this a sheep score of 85%.
I'm a small creator, so if you made it this far, I want to interact and hear your thoughts. So just leave a comment saying the flock or sheep gang, and if you enjoyed this content or not. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.